order. It is what, 12:03? Okay, perfect. Jeremy, you want to call roll?
Hannaford.
Yes.
Hamel. Decker.
Yes.
Eaton.
Yes.
Stats.
Here.
Leeper.
Yes.
Bradford.
Okay, perfect. Approval of the minutes. I believe Jeremy sent those out as well. So those are from the March 11th meeting. If anybody has any additions, corrections, otherwise entertain a motion to approve.
Make a motion to approve the minutes of March 11, 2025.
Okay. Okay. Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Vote. All those in favor? Jeremy, you just wanted to do roll call, I guess. We do roll call on everything for some reason.
Hannaford.
Yes.
Decker.
Yes.
Eaton.
Yes.
Stats.
Yes.
Leeper.
Yes.
Okay. Update discussion regarding the status of goals, objectives, and staff activities. Jeremy, this is probably your bailiwick more, but about the website and the turkey hunt.
We actually have financials.
You want to look at the financials? What would you like to, is there anything you'd like to highlight of it?
The next thing.
Right.
Just
Oh, I
financials.
did I skip
Yeah,
financials?
we didn't.
Oh,
go-
sorry, I checked that off. Okay, approval of the financials for up until May 31st. Jeremy sent those out as well. Is there anything on that sheet we need to be make note of? Or?
Just only thing to point out is that the 45,940. That's it's filtered through. That's the pledges. We got one of our big chunks. That check was signed today, and I actually right before this meeting went and deposited that. So that is in the account as well.
That's great. Okay. Anyone have any other questions or entertain a motion to approve?
I move to approve.
Okay. Second.
Second.
Okay. Moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor, proceed to vote. Jeremy, roll call.
Hannaford.
Yes.
Decker.
Yes.
Eaton.
Yes.
Stats.
Yes.
Leeper.
Yes.
All right. Now, I'll do what I just said. Sorry about that. Update, discussion, possible action regarding the status of goals and objectives and staff activities. And a couple of those items include the website update and the turkey hunt from this year. So Jeremy, I'll let you take it away.
Okay, well, website update. We are still with Boost Media. No change. We're doing month to month with them. Working on the building and sites database is the main part that we're doing. I reached out to all of our realtors, a couple that really have stepped up and got me some information. So we're in the middle of putting those buildings and those sites that will be on our database. And then continuing on with a resource library is one thing that I thought. And so we do have stuff that's on there. We just continue to add to it. So if you ever get anything that you find might be a great piece of information, even if it's just a template or whatever it may be, that would help community, business, or economic developers, I would like to have that. Moving on to turkey hunt, we had pretty successful. We also got a lot in the sponsorships this time around, and so for those who didn't get to make it, I think Bo was there and Kay represented the Economic Development Committee. So thank you for showing up for that dinner. And I believe you had one person that was here, and then Kay, I believe the Victor Flores has been something
He's been back,
beneficial.
May
So
13th, took them out northwest, and they're looking at possibility of a movie.
so a lot of things that we hope that will stir up. But the important part was giving everybody the opportunity to have someone that's there. So I think it was a success, and we'll do it again next year.
And you did clarify with the film office, right, Jeremy, that we're good?
There we're still just in their process because we would be the first county to enter certified film friendly. And so they're seeing if there's any additional documentation that they want, I think, from the actual county commissioners themselves. But Youssef, who is the one who runs the certified film friendly, hasn't gotten back. Well, he told me it would be a little bit, a few weeks.
We're starting filming.
Yeah. As long as we have their backing, you know,
Okay.
it's good. And they know that we're in the process of
Okay.
it. And they want it. They want Woods County to have,
Yeah.
and I think they want Woods County to be the first county. So, and the reason, if you don't remember why we wanted to go in as a county, is because as a filmmaker, just the package overall is more attractive. Instead of say, well, we got Alva that has university downtown, and has some restaurants and opportunities there for filming. This we can also say we also have a desert. We also have cabins, and we have an Old West downtown. So it all together has a lot of benefit, but not to mention just the land in general.
Perfect. It did seem like the feedback was positive with some, more of the turkey hunt invitees being viable potential businesses or employers. So that was great to hear that there was some, so that what Kay said, that echoes, so thank you. Anything else on that agenda item that you'd like to share, Jeremy, or?
No, I think we're good on all
Okay.
that. If anybody has any suggestions as we're doing website development, sometimes, Kay, I think about a year ago, you came up with a mapping, and we did that. So, that's good to just continue to have these things. I had pulled data from all counties, and then we're able to make it where you can pull census information for the counties. And I think there's side-by-side comparison, so you can do a Woods County, and then you can pull somebody else and kind of do a comparison that way.
Very cool. Very cool. Useful tools. I definitely wish more people knew about it. It's like most things. We're our own best kept secret a lot of the time. So thank you, Jeremy. Item number 6, update discussion. We don't need any action on that last item. Discussion regarding the terms of committee members. So Jeremy, tell us where we're at. Who's up? Who's term limiting? Who's wherever?
Okay, so we have 2025, officially June, term ends for Dr. Bo Hannaford and Jeremy Eaton, Dr. Jeremy Eaton, but you're in term 2, and you can do no more than 3 terms, so I'm hoping you both will
Don't tease me like that.
continue on
Yeah.
for term number 3, which is 3 more years.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't lose this job, guys.
I was gonna say, I didn't know it was even an option.
You can't in 9 years.
Yeah, 9 years.
Now, I'm not sure the protocol for this. We had one in our Industrial Development Authority meeting, and they went ahead and somebody made a motion for, them to renew, but I didn't really feel like that was necessary. I figured it was really the choice of the 2, but it's up to you if you feel like a motion is needed for you and Bo to do a 3rd term.
We've never done that.
Okay, I don't.
I don't think, unless we were gonna have somebody that didn't wanna do it or we need to replace, which I know that's some other issue, yeah.
Right, we might have to discuss that as well.
Okay.
The likelihood is David will not be representing county commissioners because he's resigned. So with that said, and he was on this, he hasn't been responsive to me asking him, and maybe Kay, I don't know. But normally the protocol for that was they would name their replacement, and in the previous case it was Randy McMurphy who named David. If there is no David, I don't know how we want place till
The fall.
the fall, so more likely it would be a December time, our December meeting where we would have the next person that would officially be in. I mean, I don't see a problem
Okay.
of us having just the six, but just something to be thinking about, and I guess we would just release it to the county commissioners to decide who would want to be on this active committee.
Okay. Anybody else, any other things coming up on there, or changes, or things?
No, that's,
Not-
everybody else, and it's in your packet, if you wanted to see. I had both the Economic Development Committee and the Industrial Authority. And if you can't see it, if you're wondering why it's Randy up there, I just was gonna black out everybody, so there's a gray line that's there. But kind of keep them on so we can see who has
Yeah,
been
no, that's
moving
good.
forward.
So, looks like, well, we don't have anybody next year, so we won't have anybody until 2027, that'll be term limited out, right?
Yeah, so in 2027, Susan and Kay
Okay.
will be out. Jack's term ends next year, 2026, but you'll have one more, so you'll have 3 more years on top of that. You'll be like a year behind
I've
these
just
two.
been on 2 years. Yeah. I
Is
took
that-
out.
See, that's what
Yeah, I was
gonna
gonna
ask.
say, I think he's.
How
on
does that
term
work
one.
when you take over a term? Does that count as their term?
Or do you just finish out that term?
Yeah, you
If that's
finish
your-
out that.
Is that your
Finish out that-
first one then? Does that
Yeah.
count as your first term? So like David, he's been on there, what, a year?
Oh, right, so,
So would somebody coming in pick up the 2 extra years and then that'd be
Right.
their first term? So
Yeah.
they
That's
finish
right.
out the term,
it was supposed to be for the rotation purpose.
Right.
From my understanding.
unless they were in term 2 or 3, and then that person they would probably not just jump to 2 or 3, right? We don't know. I mean, you see what I meant?
Yeah,
Like,
I see
if
what
somebody
you're
replaced
saying.
me
Yeah.
in the middle of a
And then
term,
they would
would
have-
they have just like 1 year and then they're termed out, or?
Or 3 years.
Yeah.
Right, 1 term.
Yeah,
right.
they would probably.
Yeah, I know from my understanding, and this is the way I've read it, is they finish out the term of whoever they replaced, and then they would be.
Gotcha.
Sorry, that
They
makes
know,
sense.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm probably overthinking it.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Right.
Okay, but yeah, keep us updated on the county commissioners.
Okay.
They do contribute, so I'm glad they, definitely, I know one of them would probably. like
And,
to-
and I'll talk a little bit more in the executive director report about yesterday's meeting, so.
Okay, cool. All right, perfect. All right. Anything else on the committee members? Anybody else have anything? We don't need to take any action or anything other than just, we're just
Two.
still in the saddle. Okay, perfect, no problem. All right. Item 7, update, discussion, possible action on the 2025 donor appreciation dinner. And that would be meaning the one for this fall, right?
Right.
And so upcoming, just
Yeah.
what types of events, those kind of things. So I guess all those items, Jeremy, you want to kind of tell us what,
Well,
I guess
last
what you're
year,
thinking?
we did the mixer, which I think went pretty well. A lot of people,
I thought we talked, and that's kind of what everybody thought,
Mm-hmm.
I
kind of
think
stick with.
they like that, come and go, and kind of like almost like a 2 rotation. So, at one point in
Yeah.
hour 1, there was a tour of the Alma Beer Company, and I spoke. And then you could have in hour 2, just kind of the same thing. So if somebody missed the first part, we can just do it again. Location-wise, I don't know. I thought Alma Beer Company was great, place to have it, but this is kind of where we get that part started, and what are the dates to be looking for. I think we did it
October-ish,
October,
yeah.
because he just had opened. No, actually, I think it was the 1st of November, wasn't it?
Could have been.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was,
When
I
is
think,
that
first week in
coming?
November.
I think you're right.
Dr. Hanford?
I'll tell you exactly.
Yeah, it's probably on their calendar still.
October 25th.
That's homecoming?
Yep.
10:45. Does anybody know when Alva's public school is? I mean, it doesn't matter as much, but
I think I've got,
Halloween is on a Friday this year, so I would imagine they'll do that on that Friday. I mean, they'll actually do that on the holiday, Halloween, so that'll probably be the street parade and all that stuff. I don't know.
I've got it in my office on a typed up deal, but early November, you probably miss more things.
Yeah, that's kind of a lull, really, yeah.
I
before
thought
the
that
holidays.
works pretty well, yeah. So maybe the Tuesday or the second Tuesday, just as long as it's not on an election situation.
Yeah. November 4th, looks like that's election day, and then
So what if you did it on like the 3rd or the 6th, Jeremy?
You mean on Monday?
It doesn't matter to me. Just when is a good time for majority of people?
I mean, Tuesday is generally the go-to day for a weekday event, because,
I take your word for it, I don't care. The 11th? That's Veterans Day.
Veterans Day.
yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's Veterans Day. I don't know if that,
There will be things going on.
yeah,
So that pushes you to the 18th. If you're stuck on Tuesday.
when is Thanksgiving this year? Is that?
Last Thursday.
26th, 27th, or, yeah,
That didn't help you, but yeah.
27th,
So it's a little bit late, well, I say later, but yeah.
November 27th, Thanksgiving Day.
Do we know when?
That's always better. Less time between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
I'd say it's really the only option, it kind of seems like to me,
The 18th.
unless we do September. And I think we tried that the first year, it was in
Wow, there's stuff
September.
going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, September is always everybody really getting into the thick of things.
So November 18th?
I think, yeah, that's the tentative date. So, Mixer, November 18th. Personally, I like having the table options, the communities enjoyed that, America's Oasis had theirs. I think that's a good replacement for a guest speaker. I think if it was a dinner, we would have a guest speaker, but that's my suggestion there. And do we want to try out a beer company again, or?
Sure.
That seemed like more of a mixery type place.
Okay,
Plenty of entrance, exit. I mean, I just mean, it's more set up. It's got the feel for come and go. Where
yeah,
you don't feel like you're trying to sneak out of the party. You know, like
you're right.
walking by everybody, hey, I'm leaving. It's a little bit more casual there.
Gives a lot of people the opportunity for the Irish ditch, that's what we call it.
Irish ditch.
Yeah.
I never heard that term.
Yeah, it's the, you're there and all of a sudden, everybody's like, where'd that person go? And they snuck out without being suspected. Do we want to, just do do we want to do a motion on this?
That's what I mean. Are you gonna talk about, you've got the date.
Yeah, we got
I mean, do you need,
date.
what do you want, as far as on do you need any action on any of the food in there? Is that just gonna be kind
Well,
of
I think-
your call?
I think it would just be that, date, November 18th, location, Alva Beer Company, Mixer is the type of event.
Do we need a time or no? or do we have time? What time was
No,
it? What time was it this time?
We just do it,
Yeah, it was come and go
Just-
time, but,
say duplicate of last year.
okay, well, I just, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to set the date for the donor appreciation event for November 18th. Hopefully at the Alva Beer Company, as the same as we did last year with the mixer.
Okay,
Second.
second, it's been properly moved and seconded, that we have the same kind of donor appreciation / mixer type of activity at Alva Beer Company on November 18th. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, Jeremy, would you take a roll call vote, please?
Hannaford,
Yes.
Decker,
Yes.
Eaton,
Yes.
Seth,
Yes.
Lever.
Yes.
Okay, item number 8. WCIDA update. Jeremy, tell us what's going on there.
They, only a couple of things to report. The insurance, ACO is who the insurance is with, they were, because they're part of ACO, they had to pay an additional amount of $1,221. All of those that have the ACO insurance, and this was due to some payouts that took place to, I guess, Randy said it was a lot of things involving the sheriff, just counties and the sheriff department. So that had to be paid, and the approval to continue with ACO, we got their quote. It did increase some, but it's considerably cheaper, and that takes care of the 3 buildings that I, do the landlord stuff for. And then the audit came back, and this one is just the audit for the 23-24, and that's through Jana Walker. There's no findings, everything's good there, and they approved the new audit to be Jana Walker as well. And with that, we pay a portion of the insurance and the audit, so it's, we're part of that.
Perfect. Okay.
And I can switch to the Economic Development Committee report. Yesterday, I had to talk to the county commissioners to try to get the $35,000 that they normally give us, but of course, 2 new people in that spot. I gave them a report of what we do, what we did, and they went on ahead and approved the $35,000, so we're good there for our budget. The Avard Rail Park, which I'm their point of contact, and I've been in the middle of all the ARPA and prep stuff. That particular one for the ARPA, the water and sewage for the new industrial park, is out to bid, and so it is, I think it's June, it's the third Tuesday. That's when all the bids will be received, and they will select someone. I'm just trying to remember, it's the 17th. So that's when that will happen. 10 days after that is the plan for construction to start. So, and that's going to be pretty good for the city of Alva with water and just the improvements that are going to happen there. The revolving loan fund that I got the grant last August from USDA, we've been working that. So we have 2 recipients of loans so far, and they are everything working so far. Knock on wood. There is $38,550 left in that revolving loan fund. If you know any businesses, this is geared towards existing and possibly new. It's an opportunity for both. If you know of anyone, just send them my way. I'll give them information. I will help with writing a business plan and their application, which is what I did for
item 10, motion to enter executive session pursuant to Oklahoma statute 307B1. Got some new context, so. For the purpose of discussing the employment annual evaluation, performance and salary compensation for Jeremy Zeller. Do I have a motion to enter executive session?
So move.
Second.
It's properly moved and seconded. All right, Jeremy, roll call, please. Oh, do you want to take a roll, or you don't want to count it?
Oh, dude.
We got a vote to go in.
Well,
It's okay.
Hannaford,
Yes.
Decker,
Yes.
Eaton,
Yes.
Stats,
Yes.
Leeper.
Yes.